Well, the Commodores go to Doran Park for the final time this season, and they fall by a score of 2-1. The Commodores had it in the ninth inning with runners at the corners and 2 outs, but they could not pull through. Hello and welcome to another edition of Closing the Door. Alongside Logan Soforenko, I'm Trey Redfield. Logan, 1 run and 8 hits for the Commodores. That came on a pass ball that Jacob Walsh scored on. That can't happen for the Commodores. They need to put up more runs.
Well, it reminds me of that first road game of the season at White House Field where the Falmouth Commodores lost 4-1. Their only run came on a pass ball as well. But Commodores had their opportunities back in the 5th inning. They had the bases loaded. Colby Halter lined into an unassisted L6 double play to the shortstop John Peck, and that really changed the outcome of the game. The Falmouth Commodores did not have anything going until the 9th inning. Anthony McKenzie getting very aggressive on the base pass. It worked out for him. We saw again, some controversy here against the Bourne Braves. That was in the 8th inning on what people thought was a strike him out, throw him out. They said Andrew Pinckney got in the way of the throw down to second as Alan Espinal gunned down Jace Borfin. But yeah, Falmouth Commodores, they had their opportunities, came away empty. But the Doors, this game didn't really mean that much for them. For Bourne, it meant a lot. They're currently trying to stay at top of the Western Division and try and get first place because that is a real possibility as they're just 1 point out of first place. But the Doors, they're pretty comfy right now.
You told me that the Braves should be afraid of this Commodores team, and that you think that it was a bad win. Why is that?
Well, I said they should be afraid of going into these next couple of days. They control their own destiny. If they win out and beat Katuitt, they can get the #1 seed in the Western Division. But they should be afraid after tonight's game because they only got 2 runs, and it came off a 2-run base hit in the first inning. But a lot of strikeouts. They got thrown out twice in the same inning by Daniel Neareye. So not a pretty win. It's one of those where, hey, keep the composure. It's a division matchup. The Commodores are kind of streaking a little bit when it comes to offense. They got 6 runs last night. But the Bourne Braves, they got a big matchup against the Katuitt Cavaliers coming up. But the Falmouth Commodores, I can't believe I'm saying this, but they're chilling right now in 4th place because they can't advance and they have it locked up. This is the first loss on the road for the Falmouth Commodores since June 28th. The Commodores in that stretch since that 6-4 loss against the Wareham Gatemen, 10 wins, no losses, and a tie. So something had to give. Unfortunately, it came in game number 42 of the season, but it didn't mean that much for the Commodores.
Well, no wonder why you say chilling, because the Commodores have been great on the road, and you mentioned that stat. The first time Falmouth has lost on the road since June 28th. Logan, Falmouth is on the road tomorrow, taking on the Wareham Gatemen across the bridge at Spillane Field. First pitch is set for 6 o'clock. What does Falmouth need to do to get back in the win column tomorrow night?
Well, I think what they need to do is not get hurt because it's a game that means nothing because the Wareham Gatemen, they've been eliminated mathematically from the playoffs because of the Falmouth Commodores win last night. But at second base, we saw a pretty big collision with Anthony McKenzie as he was trying to steal a base, but he's okay. We saw him get aggressive, but they got to stay healthy. They got to be consistent, spark the offense, go into the postseason on the right foot. You can't go in hobbling and being afraid like the Yarmouth Dennis Red Sox are about to do. You have to be strong, get back to those ways where the Falmouth Commodores buried the Wareham Gatemen, get runs early, nails with the pitching. Philip Abner on the mound, should be fun.
Philip Abner will go up against the Wareham Gatemen tomorrow at Spillane Field. First pitch is set for 6 o'clock. We go live at 5:55 on the Falmouth Commodores radio network. You can find that on our YouTube page at Falmouth Commodores. With Logan Soforenko, I'm Trey Redfield. We're saying so long from Doran Park. Final score here in Bourne, Commodores 1, Braves 2. We'll see you tomorrow.